Hey guys, it's Gabriel here. Have you ever felt like you cannot focus on anything that's important in your life and just generally not motivated to do hard things? So instead of doing important things like studying and working in your business, you are constantly distracted, constantly looking at your social media, scrolling through and chasing things, and you don't even know what you're chasing. Even when having a meal, you cannot even focus on the food because you're on your phone and you're trying to use Netflix and you're trying to use YouTube and you're entertaining yourself while you are eating. Even while watching this video right now, you click into this video because you were interested in something, but instead of focusing and listening to what I have to say, you are now scrolling on the comment section, trying to find something there, and you're looking at the next recommended video and you're just constantly distracted. Life starts to feel a little bit meaningless to you and you're just generally not motivated to do anything that's important in your life. Now, if you can relate to most of the things that I just described, you are likely suffering from this thing called dopamine overdose. And the reason why I know that is because I've been suffering from this for a very long time. So today I'm going to share with you a quick strategy that I've discovered that helped me to trick my brain into doing hard and important things and even loving and enjoying them even when I don't feel motivated. Before going to the strategy, I highly appreciate it if you can give me a thumbs up in this video because creating a video like this requires a lot of time and effort, and I'm personally trying to overcome my fear of creating video like this, and I'm doing it anyway because I know that whatever I have to share is going to help some of you watching this. So if you love and enjoy the content, please remember to subscribe to my channel. So let's get back to the strategy with a quick story. See, the truth is that all of us, including myself, wants to do hard and important things because we know that that's going to give us more meaning and fulfillment in life. I know for a fact that reading a book is probably going to make me more successful than playing Mobile Legends.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
I know that I should be working on my business instead of checking on social media all the time. Now, I run a 7-figure marketing agency and an 8-figure education company. Now, I'm not trying to put a feather on my cap. The reason why I share that is because I have a lot on my plate. But instead of working on the things that are on my plate, I'm playing Mobile Legends and I'm constantly scrolling on social media looking for don't know what. And lately, I've been feeling demotivated to do anything and just feeling depressed sometimes. Even as I'm writing the script, I cannot seem to focus. I'm just constantly looking at my phone, distracted. I'm checking the stock market and then I'm jumping from apps to apps, the stock market app, and then I'm jumping to WhatsApp, and then from WhatsApp, I'm checking Facebook, and then I check YouTube, and then I go back to WhatsApp, and I just keep going on this loop even when there's nothing to see. And the thing is that no amount of motivational videos that I'm watching on YouTube is helping me to feel motivated in the long run. At first I thought I was just being lazy, or maybe that I'm no longer interested in what I have to do. I'm no longer interested in digital marketing and this is not my passion anymore, and all these thoughts just started coming up. I remember not long ago I was in my bedroom with my wife, Zoe, and I was just using my phone, right? We have the sermon on the TV, but instead of focusing on that, I'm just constantly on my phone, just checking from apps to apps to apps to apps again. And Zoe gave me a lecture, right? My wife had enough, and my wife told me, you know what, you're always on your phone. Can you just stop using your phone for the rest of the day and just watch the sermon and just go to sleep? And at first I was resistant, right? And then she started to say that you are addicted to your phone. So, me being me, I want to challenge her, and I didn't want to admit the fact that I was addicted to my phone, even though I was. I told her, okay, fine, I'm not addicted to my phone. I put my phone down, and for the next about 2 to 3 hours, I did not use my phone at all. And there was this constant urge, non-stop, that I would always reach out to my phone. I would pick up my phone, and then I'll put it down. I'll pick up my phone, then I realize, oh shit, I'm holding my phone again. Then I put it down. So that was when I realized that I am addicted to my phone. I will go to the restroom, and when I came back, it's like automatically, mindlessly, I would just pick up my phone again. So I didn't use them. Every time I picked it up, I would just consciously tell myself, I need to put it down. I'm not going to use my phone for the next few hours. I'm just going to watch sermon and I'm going to sleep. Now, what was really amazing was that the next day when I woke up, I felt this surge of energy and I felt motivated again to work on my business. Like, I genuinely felt motivated, and that day was very little distraction. I was just working on my work and I was feeling fulfillment. I was enjoying what I was doing. And for the next few years, I was just tackling all the hard things and just working my business and doing the things that were important. And this lasted for a couple of days before I fall back into the whole routine of using my phone again. I wasn't exactly sure what happened, but I knew that I stumbled upon something that I didn't really understand. So I went online and I searched for some keywords like motivation and addiction and not using your phone and things like that. And I happened to come across this topic on certain articles and certain videos, and this topic is called Dopamine Detox. And somehow, unknowingly, I've been doing that the night that my wife was asking me not to use my phone. Now, I put a link to these articles and these videos around the description. So if you are interested to read more about it and to watch more about it, you can do so by clicking on the link in the description. But here's the rough gist of it. Dopamine is a hormone and a neurotransmitter that plays a very important role in our brain and our body. Some people call it the feel-good chemical, and it's being released whenever you desire something, whenever you anticipate you're going to do something that will make you feel good. Now, this includes anything from eating, drinking, having sex, reading, working on your business, checking on social media. Now, the problem is that the brain doesn't have context over what's good and what's really bad. It just goes for anything that it anticipates is going to make you feel good right now. For example, when you drink a can of Coke, your brain anticipates that it's going to feel good, therefore it releases an amount of dopamine in your brain. Even if after drinking it actually makes you feel bad because of sugar crash and all the damaging stuff that sugar does to your body. So when choosing to work on your business or checking social media, both releases dopamine, but checking on social media gives you dopamine now. Your brain will always go for the easiest way to feel good, even if it actually makes you feel bad long term. It is important to note that a huge amount of dopamine is being released in your brain when there is a factor of uncertainty. That's why social media can be very addictive, because you have no idea what you are going to see, therefore it creates a level of excitement and anticipation. Now, this is also why gambling is so addictive, because there's a high level of uncertainty. When you pull the lever on a slot machine, your brain releases a huge amount of dopamine while anticipating the results. So this leads to the second problem, addiction. So there was one experiment that the neuroscientists did on rats. The researcher implanted electrodes in the brain of the rat and gave the rat a lever. Now, whenever the rat pulls the lever, it stimulates the reward system in the rat's brain and therefore releases dopamine. Now, the rat started getting addicted to pulling the lever. All it does is just pull the lever and pull the lever and pull the lever to the point that it doesn't even eat, doesn't even drink, it doesn't even sleep until the rat dies. Now, when the rat is able to pull a lever to get a dopamine hit, all the things that were exciting to the rat, like eating and drinking, becomes boring. Because pulling the lever now becomes an easier way to release more dopamine compared to eating and drinking. So why read a book, study for your exams, or work on your business when all you need to do is check your social media to get dopamine? Our phone and any other stuff that we're addicted to becomes the lever, and we are like the rat, just constantly pulling the lever. So our brain becomes constantly and overly stimulated that everything else becomes boring, and therefore we have no motivation to do anything that's important and hard. Dopamine is highly addictive because your brain and your body starts to develop a tolerance over it, which means that now you need more in order to get the same high. This is the reason why when someone is overly stimulated, they cannot even enjoy what's in front of them. So let's say they're having their favorite food, and they cannot even enjoy the delicious food that's in front of them because they are so overly stimulated that they have to watch Netflix at the same time while they're eating the food, and at the same time drinking some sugary drinks to keep themselves stimulated. So the question is there a way out? Now, the good news is that you can actually reset your brain. Now, some people call this dopamine fasting or dopamine detox. So what you're really doing is intentionally removing or taking a break from anything that's overly stimulating your brain, such as constantly checking on your phone, eating junk food, and watching porn. Now, when you do that, the baseline drop, and you suddenly find all the hard and boring things, such as reading a book and working in your business and being present with your loved ones, suddenly becomes fun and fulfilling again. And that was what happened to me unknowingly when my wife took my phone away from me that night, and that was the reason why I was able to feel so motivated the next couple of days. It's kind of like if you're drinking soft drinks or sugary drinks every single day, plain water becomes boring. But if you're stuck in the desert and all these drinks are taken away from you and you are thirsty, now when you're offered plain water, it will actually taste amazing. So here are some actionable steps that you can take right now. Now, you can take the extreme route and just detox yourself in a day, or you can take a gradual one to ease yourself in. Now, I personally like the extreme one. Is not for everyone, but sometimes I will take the gradual one, sometimes I'll take the extreme one. It really depends on the situation and the season of life I'm in. So here's the extreme route. Plan one full day, schedule it out, and for that one full day, you cannot do anything that overly stimulates your brain. In fact, for that one day, do almost nothing. Now this includes no phone, no games, no computer, no entertainment, no Netflix, no porn, no sex, no junk food, not even working. Now you cannot completely avoid dopamine because even if you were to eat simple food, right, dopamine is being released. Even if you drink water, dopamine is being released. So all those are fine, just not the ones that are overly stimulating you. So basically, do almost nothing the entire day. Now you can, however, meditate, go for a walk, self-reflection, take out a piece of paper, write down your ideas and your thoughts. Now, I recommend a piece of paper because if you're using your iPad or your phone again to take down notes, what's going to happen is because you have such a strong association with your phone, with social media or whatever you're addicted to, now when you pick up your phone, there's a higher chance you'll fall back into the addiction. I know this sounds extreme, but I actually benefited most from doing this. In fact, I came up with some of the best ideas that causes the biggest breakthrough in my business just by sitting down doing nothing and thinking. I think that is one of the most undervalued skill in an overly stimulated world. To just sit down with a piece of paper, do nothing and just think. And just by doing this for one day, the motivation effect would last for the next couple of weeks, and I'll just generally feel more motivated to work on what I need to work on, and I'll feel more fulfilled. I'll feel like really I enjoy what I'm doing, and just not constantly distracted with all these phones and all the things that were distracting me. I try to schedule it once a month or whenever I catch myself going to this whole routine again, playing games and just constantly distracted. I know that I'm overly stimulated, then I will quickly schedule a time to do this detox. Now the thing is this, sometimes it's really hard to schedule one full day because of busy schedule, or for some of you that's too extreme. So what you want to do is you can do a gradual one where you can start off with as simple as half a day, which is what I did when my wife took away my phone. And I've even tried doing just as short as 3 hours. It still works as well. You will still feel the same benefit from not doing anything for 3 hours. Now for some of you who find it really hard to do nothing for just 1 to 3 hours, what you really can do or try to do is to break it down to even smaller steps and try to find about 10 minutes throughout the day to do simple meditation. See, meditation has proven to have similar effects because meditation is when you're sitting down, you're doing nothing but just focusing on your breath for like 10 minutes. A simple app like Headspace would do the trick. Now this is not a sponsored video by Headspace, but any kind of meditation app would usually do the trick as long as it helps you to relax and just do nothing and just focus on the breath for 10 to 15 minutes. So wrapping up, we have covered why most of us feel the lack of motivation doing hard things and important things in our life, and usually it's due to the fact that we are overly stimulated and that now hard things becomes boring. We can do a reset by fasting and detoxing from all these things that are addictive in life, and hard things and important things will eventually become fun and fulfilling again. So now you can pick any strategy that you're comfortable with to trick your brain into loving doing hard things again. Let me know what you have learned and which dopamine detox do you prefer? A 1-day version, 3-hour version, or just simply 10 minutes meditation throughout the entire day? And let me know especially how do you feel after doing it, or in the comment section below. I'll be reading every single one of them and replying you, especially if you have any questions. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell, as I'll be releasing more similar videos like this very soon. That's all I have for you guys. Bye for now.